So again, welcome and Happy New Year. Imagine a warm day. I mean like 75 or 78. And you probably have the perfect temperature. Mine will be 75, 78. And you're in a convertible. Now you can be driving this convertible or you can be riding in this convertible. And you're just out in nature, just cruising along. The top is down and the wind is just all around you. Is very peaceful. And you have this feeling that anything is possible, because anything is. My mind goes back to a Sunday or two many, many years ago when we were in the old building, and Angelo came up with this word. He said, if we could, we should be possibilitarians. Does anybody remember the Possibilitarian Day? That was the start of it. He said, if we should be anything, we should be possibilitarians. And so, for this month, I'm going to say I agree with that. But the problem with possibilities is that there's too many of them. And it's kind of hard to decide, which one of these possibilities am I going to get involved in. So, Deepak Chopra, one of my favorite authors, has a book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And the first law is the law of pure potentiality, and I'm going to read a little bit of this. It says, the source of all creation is pure consciousness, pure potentiality seeking expression from the unmanifest to the manifest. And when we realize that our true self is one of pure potentiality, we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. So it's pretty powerful words. Aligning ourselves. How do we align ourselves with that power? Well, over the last year or so, I've gotten into the crystal bowl end of the spectrum, and I've read a lot about those. And I have a book called the Handbook, the Chakra Handbook. And in the Chakra Handbook, it gives some simple ways to test ourselves to see how our energy centers are. Now, usually around the first of the year, everybody's talking about losing weight. I'm going to lose some weight this year. Well, I say that's a good thing, that's a good challenge. But how about if we make our energy centers active and healthy? And if our energy centers are active and healthy, then that will help us to be active and healthy. So we have 7 energy centers. And one way to test your centers is to just put your fingers together and go into a meditative state and think about that first chakra, that root chakra, and see if you can pull your fingers apart. And if your fingers pull apart, then you've got a weakness or a blockage there. So that's an area that you should work on. So I know that's hard to say. Now, how am I going to meditate and clear my root chakra? Well, on the back table by the Christmas tree when you leave, Kathy and I made up some little cards this morning that have Vinja mantras that go with the chakras. So you can chant with those. You can use all 7 of them. You can use one at a time. One of the books I read, written by Dr. Mitchell Gaynor, says create a life song and take those mantras and take 3 or 4 or 5 and create a song. And it doesn't have to be your life song forever, but if you feel like changing it, you can change it up. But that's one way of keeping those, each one of those mantras, words, has to do with the center, energy center. So if you find yourself blocked, that's one way to clear it. Another way that the handbook recommends is Reiki. Now, guess what? We have Reiki people here. So if you have an energy blockage and and the chanting won't do it, then come and see the Reiki people. Betty's in charge of that, and I'm sure they'll take very good care of you. So, pure potentiality. Possibilitarians. Sounds good to me. In Deepak's book, he also gives some guidelines of how we can put this law of pure potential into effect. And one says, the first one is, I will get in touch with the field of pure potentiality by taking time each day to be silent, to just be. I will also sit alone in silent meditation at least twice a day for approximately 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. Well, we all know sometimes that's kind of hard to do, but I think if we try, start at some point, just try. I will take time each day to commune with nature and to silently witness the intelligence within every living thing. I will sit silently and watch a sunset, or listen to the sound of the ocean or a stream, or simply smell the scent of a flower. In the ecstasy of my own silence and by communicating with nature, I will enjoy the life throb of ages, the field of pure potentiality and unbound creativity. And the last one, I will practice non-judgment. I will begin my day with the statement, today I shall judge nothing that occurs, and throughout the day I will remind myself not to judge. So these things may not be the answer to everything, but they're tools that we can put in our toolbox, and when we need them, we can reach in, pull them out, and put them into use and practice. And with that, I say, and so it is.
So it is.